Good morning, Northern California. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Monica Coleman. It's Saturday, May 20th.
And I'm meteorologist Brendan Minchef. The month is almost over, if you can believe it or not. I can't believe it.
I do have to admit something, Brendan. I hate this time of the year because
Is that right?
it's so cold in the morning, and then by the time the sun comes up, it is too hot to have your jacket on, so you got to dress in layers. It's just too much for me.
That's true.
Not
You
my
do
favorite.
have to dress in layers. That's really good advice, and stick to that advice. But I'll tell you what, we are going to be cooling off. Cooler afternoon highs are ahead.
Then maybe I'll like this time of year a little bit more. We'll have Brendan's forecast in a couple of minutes, but first, here are your morning headlines. The Stockton Flavor Festival is this weekend, and safety is a big topic. The police department says they are short almost 100 officers, and the police union says things are not getting better. Right now, there are currently 364 officers on the force. We now know what happened before the fatal crash in Rockland Thursday night. We first brought you the story as breaking news on Thursday. Rockland police say the man who was killed parked his car. We know water is precious here in California. A project helping make the most of our water use, the Echo Water Project, is finally complete. It's a nearly $2 billion upgrade to Sacramento County sanitation wastewater treatment plant in Elk Grove. Upgrades include state environmental regulations known as CEQA can delay infrastructure projects for years. Governor Gavin Newsom announced a plan to reform it. Cities across California have built stadiums in as little as 9 months, but reservoirs, bridges, those can take decades. ABC 10's political reporter Morgan Reiner tells us why the governor says it's time to change that and why Republicans say, finally. The governor's office clarified with ABC 10 after that the bill Newsom is referring to is from Senator Scott Wiener, which streamlines housing permits in areas that are underperforming their housing targets. But some community members claim that is not the whole story, and organizers were missing key permits to host the event. ABC 10's Alicia Machado talked with those community members as well as the Taco Festival organizer. The event has been rescheduled to be held on June 24th on Grand Avenue. They are working with the Twin Rivers School Board. The organizers tell us they received a festival grant from the city to help put it on. The National Association of Realtors reported this week that existing home sales, which make up most of the housing market, dropped by 3.4%. That drop happened between March and April this year, their sharpest decline in more than 11 years. The median price for existing homes was also down 1.7% from a year earlier. Disney announced this week it's scrapping plans for a new billion-dollar campus in Central Florida. Disney says the project would have brought about 2,000 jobs to the state, which will now stay right here in California. The move comes during Disney's ongoing dispute with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, triggered after the company came out against what critics call the Don't Say Gay law. Disney is the parent company of ABC News. Meanwhile, Walmart has upped its sales and profit outlook for the year. This after news that its sales were up nearly 8% in the latest quarter. Governor Gavin Newsom is facing scrutiny for how his administration deals with tough questions. As he raises his national profile and does interviews with the national outlets here at home, local news organizations find it increasingly difficult to get answers on issues facing Californians. Economic tailspin. But Republicans say they won't do it without also cutting federal spending. Casey Decker with our Verified team answers your questions about whether Republicans made the same demands when one of their own was in the White House. Celebrating a year of music, community, and friendship. The season finale for a Sacramento music tradition is tonight. You'll see and hear local and international musicians on this stage, all decked out for a world-class show highlighting the Sacramento Philharmonic Opera. ABC 10's Laura Painter takes you behind the scenes to find out the impact this show and the people who make it happen have on your community. Before we go, be on the lookout for more traffic. You can expect downtown Sacramento to be packed all weekend. As Sacramento State graduation ceremonies are back at Golden One Center, thousands are heading out these next few days. Photojournalist Diana Williams spoke to some graduates. Take a listen.